Good morning, Maya are back. Here's the plan. Of course, it's a catch-up day. We've missed a whole bunch. 4 days, in fact. This is now build day 303. There is so much to catch up on, and there's going to be a load more new things today. Stick around, it's going to be a good one. What could possibly go wrong? Here we go, Monday mornings. Let's see if Elson can get them fired up today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse, 1, 2,
Well, let's start slowly.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Even Glenn's back to join in this morning. He's done his stint on the pool.
2, 1. Reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jogay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
A new one.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jogging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping jack. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, warming up, warming up.
6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
And there we go. Monday morning exercise. I hope you joined in. Well, here's the first new thing this morning. Just inside the door has been tiled, at least up to the height of the door. We've still got above that to be done. But there we go. Tiles inside the entrance hall. Here's the next new thing. Ignoring the stairs just for a moment. The staircase has the metal frame all around it. Now, we are waiting to have a discussion with the builder this morning to conclude what will the finish be here. The latest line of thinking is that because of the difficulty of giving aircon to this room, maybe the stairs should be fully enclosed. So it could be, for example, a combination of probably Hardiflex panels and glass. It could be all sorts of different things here. But we have the frame in place that we can now build on. But yeah, this space is already hard enough to supply air conditioning to, with the great big opening out into the hallway, which I've said before will have no doors. At least that's what we're thinking at the moment. And then aircon, any aircon in this room would be just pumping cold air into this big space up the stairs. So, conversation to be had later today, we believe. The next big thing is in the kitchen. Granite, or granite. Well, no, not just there, but it has been put all the way around the front. You just can't get long enough pieces to do a single continuous piece. So this is actually, as you can see, 3 sections. And there's yet to be a cutout for the sink that goes here. And this part on this cabinet is also not quite finished yet. They will do a cutout at the back so they can slide this piece up to meet the wall. And then there'll be some kind of, even here where there's cabinets, I believe we're going to do a little bit of tiling just a certain height up. I'm not sure yet how far. And finally, in here, we've got the granite, or the granite in the local way of pronunciation, on this small cabinet here. We did talk about whether to put granite down the sides of these cabinets, but I don't think it's necessary. It would be overkill. And, of course, it would be more money. So, don't think we're going to be doing that. The wooden steps on the staircase are all in. I am assured there were 3 coats of silicone applied to both sides before they were actually fitted in place. They have ground down the edges, sanded the edges, ground the edges, so there's a fairly gentle curve on each step, so it's not sharp on the feet. So the next step, I imagine, will be to tile the rises, which we don't have those tiles just yet. But the staircase is really beginning to take shape now. So we'll take a quick walk up these stairs. Well, we will as soon as Bubba Jess comes down.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Bubba Jess. Here we go. They are quite gentle rises on these stairs. It's pretty comfortable to walk up, even for people of shorter stature. And there we go, upstairs. And here we can also get a quick look at the lighting fixture that we couldn't really see properly last time. So definitely it is the Olympic wing has gone a bit bad. Still got the plastic wrapping on the outside, so they're not looking their best just yet. Hopefully it'll all be good in the end. In the bathroom for the gym and spa, we have the toilet in place and all connected, I am told. And this is not the only one now. This is the helper's room bathroom, where we have not only the WC installed, plus the sink, but we also have the toilet roll holder and a soap dish, because this is the one bathroom, I believe it's the only bathroom in the house that doesn't have a niche built in. I can't remember why we didn't have one. I think it's just because to do that you build out rather than cutting in, so we would have just taken too much space out of this room. Here's something we picked up yesterday. The second attempt to get a range hood for the main kitchen. I can't remember whether I said, but the first one we picked up was a wall-mounted range hood, and that's no good because ours needs to go up here in the ceiling. So they're going to put that roughly in place for now, just to make sure they know, well, they need to know the range size, which we've also got, and then they can make sure the hood sits squarely over the range itself. Well, in between filming that last clip of me walking up the stairs and then coming back to finish off filming up here, I had to go and grab some pieces out the car. And when I did, they've sealed it off. I can't get in. It means the steps of death again. Well, I say again, I haven't used them yet. Oh my word, I'm not looking forward to this. This is Alex's bathroom. Toilet installed. Shower unit installed. In Alex's bedroom, the painting, the first top coat, is all done. So we've got this fairly dark grey on almost all of the walls, with the dark grey and the little brown PVC highlight panels, and just this edging of white, just to try and lighten the room a little tiny bit. Really the same story in George's bathroom. WC, in, shower unit, in. Tiling was all done some time ago, still with no grout. And in the bedroom itself has its first final coat of paint all done. Sabrina's bathroom. Not quite at its final stage yet. Still a little bit of work to be done with the bidet in here. And we don't yet, I think, we don't yet have the shower unit. So that is still to be purchased and installed. This is Jack's balcony, and I think this was unfinished the last time we looked. So they have now widened the curb all the way around so it can take those brackets to attach the glass retaining wall that will go up here and in a few other places. So, walking back into Jack's room, again, paint all done until that absolutely final top coat goes in when the flooring has been done and everything else. Might get a little bit dark going into his bathroom. Nothing. Well, to be fair, I've only literally just given them the WC a few minutes ago. I think we do have the shower downstairs somewhere, so that can go in. Or both can now go in whenever they're ready. Maya Barbach Herwin. So Herwin's just doing a little bit more finishing up on the ceiling above the double height entrance. Trying to get that all finished, and then I suppose once he's done that and got it all painted, they can put the final chandelier in here. Ah, no, the penultimate chandelier. There'll be one more after that. In the master bathroom, nothing really new here. The shower, as you've seen before, was already in. Still a little bit of work to do on the ceiling. No WCs in here yet because we haven't bought them. So that's, I think, next on our list. On the master balcony, this is the next step today. So Frederick and Elson will be tiling this retaining wall. If they finish that, then they'll be moving on to do the same thing on Jack's balcony as well. Although, to be fair, I'll be a little surprised if they get all of this wall done today. For all the doors, internal doors, we have now chosen. And it's not this one. You're going to have to wait and see which one it is. It's a little bit before lunch. Not my normal time for filming, but I wanted to catch this because they came to ask me a question. The sink, as you can see in the main kitchen, is in place. And they have to cut the granite to cover over the rest of this surface. So the question they asked me was, how do I want the edge of the granite? And there are three options: positive, 0 and negative. Now, I can't remember which was which, doesn't matter. One of them means the granite would be cut roughly to just inside this outside edge. The second one, the 0, the granite will be cut so it's flush with this edge. And the last one, I think it was positive, means the granite would stick out a little tiny bit over the edge. So I've said 0. Stick it up right up against the edge. I think personally that will look better. But it is something that if you get an undermounted sink, you will have to consider. Probably later on today we'll get a chance to come back and see it in place because they're off cutting the granite right now. Something else that may get fitted today is the range hood, which is buried under this polystyrene at the moment, but it's there, you can just about make it out. So that will be fitted in the ceiling up here. That again gives rise to a question. How far down should the bottom of the range hood be? Now, knowing me, I'm going to walk up to that stove and bang my head on it, on the range hood if it's too low down. So they're going to test fit it, and then we'll see what feels right. The other question relates to where does the actual gas range itself go? Now, it's going to be in this corner, but the question is, should it come right up to this edge, or should it be set back just a little? I've had a look at various pictures online, and I think it should be set back just a little, maybe a couple of inches, 5 centimeters, something like that. Just have a slight edge on the countertop, and that is both for aesthetics, but also I suppose it makes sense, because if you're cooking on that range it's inevitably at times going to splash. If you've got a little tiny bit of the countertop between the range and the floor, the countertop will hopefully get most of that splash of oil or whatever it is. So that's the plan, slightly set back. Well, it's just after lunch and we're between the house and the north wall at the moment. The granite for the kitchen countertop, this is being ground down, having been cut, or the cutout having been done. So it's just a grinder and some water is all they're using on it at the moment. Shortly we should be able to see this put in place. Something that is nearly in place is this range hood. And I did just stand up close to it and tried to see if I could headbutt it by accident on purpose, and I couldn't. It's just the right height. The recommendation from the manufacturer's instructions is it should be a minimum of 65 centimeters from the top of the range to the bottom of the hood. This is more like a meter. So that's perfectly adequate. It should still suck up, hopefully, everything it needs to. I think it looks absolutely great. And this granite countertop has now been adjusted, so it's up pretty flush with the wall. And if you've been watching for a long time, you might remember that all of this is going to be cabinets right up to the ceiling, and it will contain the 2 ovens and a microwave. Plus we've got connections in here as well for Ethernet, whatever else we need to hide away inside there. Ernie's just working on the areas where the lights will go up here. Again, these will just be little small tube lights. So he's cleaning out those little cutouts, and they will again be taken back to that kind of wood colour once everything is finished. And Mr. Willie just working here inside the dining room, getting whatever paint needs to be done around the air conditioner. A bit tricky working in there, there's not much space to work with. This morning we didn't manage to catch up with the builder, but we did talk to the engineer and the foreman, and we're going ahead with full-on Hardiflex all around the stairs. And then over the top of the Hardiflex, they'll use something we've used elsewhere. These are the kind of highlight pieces we've used in the bedrooms. So that, I think, will cover all of this wall and the one just around the corner. And our third painter, Mr. Herwin, is working on the ceiling in here with, I assume, glazing putty, as that's a wooden, well, it's Hardiflex, but I assume that's glazing putty rather than skim coat. We did have a visit this morning from a company who we're talking to about putting effectively the security bars on all of the doors and windows. So we'll wait and see what quote they come up with. I think the biggest challenge is going to be here, where I'm not quite sure how we're going to deal with a span like this with bars. The one thing we are aiming to do, wherever possible, is to have those bars inside. Now, we were doing that really for aesthetic appearance. You can't avoid seeing them when you're inside the house. But if you have those bars on the inside, then they won't be visible from the outside because of the reflective glass. So that was the first reason. But then we were chatting to Carzatex Pina, and they said also from a security standpoint it's better because they've heard of cases where if bars are on the outside of the windows, they've actually been removed by burglars. I'm not sure if they can unscrew them, if they have to cut them, I don't know. But they take them off, get through the window, and then carry on their merry way. Because on the inside, more difficult to do. So, for 2 reasons, we will, wherever we can, have bars on the inside, but we're just going to wait now and get the quote from this company, and I think we've got one more coming to quote for the whole house. Here above the double height entrance, painting appears to be complete, and they're now working on putting in the chandelier that goes here. hopefully before the end of the day, we'll get a bit of a look at that. This is the balcony for the master bedroom, and they have got, well, almost all of the tiles in. I still think today they'll probably only finish here, and then it'll be Jack's probably tomorrow. But you never know, they might skip on and get a bit more done. After this one, there's only a couple more tiles at the top there. Oh no, so there's still one to be squeezed in at the end, but getting very close. We've also today got another crew in who have been brought in by the builder, putting in these brackets for the glass wall that will go on the outside of Jack's balcony. Still don't have the glass. It's all rather dark and dusty in here at the moment, but Mr. Rennell, our plumber, is just getting ready to put Jack's WC in place. It is 5:15. Sorry, life got in the way. It's already a long video, so a short joke. One more from Mega Wigger. Have you heard about the new restaurant called Karma? There's no menu. You get what you deserve. Let's go and see what's been happening. We saw the guys earlier on fitting this granite in the kitchen. And when I first saw it, I thought, they haven't quite got that right. They've not matched it up to the edges of the sink. But now it's properly setting. I can see they have absolutely nailed it. It's absolutely perfect all the way around. What a good job. The wall around the stairs is complete on this side. It's not done just around the corner here. Not started on that just yet. Here's our new chandelier. Chandelier number 3. This is the one over the entrance hall. And looks like it's all done and fixed in place. In Jack's bathroom, toilets in. On Jack's balcony, all the brackets, I think that's all of them. They're in. Ready to receive that grass, or even glass if you prefer. We could try putting grass up here. I'm not sure it'd be very good. Anyway, ready for the glass whenever that arrives. The tiles on this wall, this retaining wall for the master bedroom balcony, all done. I do assume, I don't know yet, so I'll have to ask somebody, but I assume they'll put tiles across the top as well when this scaffolding is removed. That's all I got, folks. There was more painting in various locations. There was some preparation done on getting ready to put the range hood in the dirty kitchen. I haven't quite done it yet, but they were preparing that. And I'm sure there were a dozen other bits and pieces going on. But that's all for today. It's a long video, apologies for that, but it is a catch-up. We should, now we've got sound hopefully sorted out, be back to normal. Sorry about that, it's going to be every day again. See you tomorrow.